Welcome to the I Triumph Real Estate Blueprint Podcast, where greatness awaits you. Let's say there's a husband and wife that combined income is great, but then let's say the wife's credit score doesn't really meet the required credit score in order for her income to be used. And now we know at this particular point, we're primarily using the husband's income alone. So how or what is it that you can recommend or suggest to where the wife's portion of the income can be used? Can she say if she has a significant amount of money in her 401k in a retirement fund, can she pull money from that and actually gift some of those funds to her husband to increase their down payment? If they increase their down payment, will that elevate their purchase price?
Yeah, so a couple of things you can do. You can, of course, give the gift money depends on what type of loan it is. On FHA loans, you can get as much as you want from them. You can also get some help from the seller. But what I usually recommend in a situation like that with a husband and wife, if they were going to actually use the money for something, they'd probably be much more beneficial if we analyze the person with the lower credit score that maybe doesn't qualify at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I find nowadays that one of the biggest reasons for credit scores dropping is credit card balances. Credit cards seem to affect your credit score more than anything. And you could take somebody who had a 700 credit score last week and they have a $500 credit card and they go over the limit to 515. And that alone could take them down to a 570. It's that dramatic on credit cards. So what I would recommend is I have what's called a what if simulator in our system. And I can type in, look, what do we need to do to get this credit score from, let's say, 575 to 675? And it tells me an actual report that prints out that I can give to the buyers. If you pay this down, and this down to these percentages, that's what your new score will be. Because of the fact they're probably trying to get a house right away, the realtors are trying to sell a house right away, they certainly don't want to wait months or two for these things to correct themselves. There's what's called a rapid rescore. And if they can provide us with the documentation, what the new balances are on these accounts, and we know that's going to bring the score up, in 72 hours, we can actually rescore them so they become a buyer in less than a week. So that's usually I recommend. The money's much better spent paying down the debts and raising the credit score than it is trying to put more money down on the house.